Welcome back, Challenges Build Champions podcast. We are talking and we're going through this whole series on money. It's such an important part of life and it's often just not talked about. So we're talking about it. And today we are talking about five of the best books on money. I have all five right here. You may also get a bonus book at the end. We shall see. Please like and subscribe if you're liking this content. We're doing these top five lists for the next month or two, having a blast with them. And we did the top five things people waste money on last week, which was fun. And we'll keep the top five list rolling. Let's dive right in. I have read, I think, over 75 books on money, finance, all that fun stuff. Probably over 100 now. Books are behind me, as you can see. And we're going to knock out the top five. Here we go in random order. Number one, this is one of the first ones I ever read, and it's called The Millionaire Next Door. The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas J. Stanley and William Danko. The Surprising Secrets of America's Wealthy. This is fascinating because it's exactly what it sounds like. Your neighbor Bob may be a millionaire. What does Bob drive? Is it a Ferrari out of his driveway? Is it a $7 million house? No. That's why this book is so interesting. It goes over the habits and the lifestyle of millionaires. Now, the book is however old, it probably goes back 20, 30 years, something like that. And now maybe it's like the 2 million heir next door. I know $1 million isn't the same today as it was 10, 20, 30 years ago, but the principles are the same. It's often not the people with the flashy lifestyle that have the money, that have the investments, that have a great business. It's often the people that are living right next door to you that you may never know about. And it really reshaped the way that I thought about money. And I remember, I'll tell you a quick story. I remember I bought a gold watch and it wasn't like crazy expensive. It was a few $100s, which at the time was massively expensive when I was in my early 20s. I thought this is what wealthy people do. Like they buy all this stuff and they make it look like they're wealthy. I was like 23 years old or whatever. It didn't look wealthy. I looked like an idiot. I didn't even like how it looked. And I eventually dumped it and just got a running watch down the road. Didn't wear a watch for many years. But anyways, the millionaire next door is talking about principles like that. It's not this flashy lifestyle that people have that often have the least stress around money. It's a simple life and it's a well intentional and well thought out life. And that's why I think that book is extremely powerful. Number two, I read this one somewhat recently in the last few years. The Simple Path to Wealth. Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins. It says your roadmap to financial independence and a rich, free life. The Simple Path to Wealth. One of my favorite things about this book is it's exactly what it says. It's simple. J.L. Collins, I've heard him on many podcasts. He keeps things so simple when he talks about money. And I love that because there are clearly thousands of millions of podcasts and books and ideas and strategies. And he just narrows it down to what has worked for many, many, many years, what will most likely continue to work for many, many, many years. And he also gives the lifestyle that he lives due to this simplicity. I think it's a great 1-2 combo book with The Millionaire Next Door and then The Simple Path to Wealth. First two in the books. Number three, I love this author right here. It's Morgan Housel's The Psychology of Money. Morgan Housel, The Psychology of Money. This is just, it's so simple as well. I mean, I'll give you one of them that we talked about last week. Social comparison is the problem. That's one of the things he talks about is social comparison is a massive problem. And we talked about that last week with blowing money, and you're often comparing yourself to your neighbor or your coworker, and you want to look better and keep, but they don't care. They're not looking at you. They're not looking at me. They don't care about me. They have their own problems. But this, the psychology of money, timeless lessons on wealth, greed, and happiness. It is such an original idea, but it's also such a simple idea of how we think about money. And he breaks it down really simple, just like J.L. Collins does. I'll read you maybe some quick ones here. There are two topics that will affect your life, whether you are interested in them or not. Money, and health. Those are the two topics. They will affect you. And that's how the book, it just gets you thinking like, oh yeah, those two topics are going to affect me. Whether I love them, hate them, I'm indifferent, doesn't matter. My health will affect me in a massive way. And money, whether we want to admit it or not, will affect us. It will absolutely affect us. And he keeps these strategies so simple in that book. The Psychology of Money, that's book number 3. Book number 4 is one from many years ago as well, that is like a timeless book. And it really spawned, if you've ever heard of this movement called FIRE, the FIRE movement, Financial Independence, Retire Early. Whether you believe in it or not, that's up to you. But the book that birthed that idea basically is this one right here, Your Money or Your Life. And it completely shifted the way that I see. It's by Joe Dominguez and Vicki Robin, Your Money or Your Life. And I'll tell you one of the quick things it does. Pick up all these books, by the way. They're so good. What it does is it gets you to think about you're making an exchange, and it gets you to actually go through a process of figuring out how much your time is worth. And I'm just going to throw out a random number, and let's say your time, the money you're making, and then the expenses you have, and you figure out what your hourly wage is. And let's just say it's 25 bucks an hour, right? And then you see something, you see a jacket that's on sale for $100, and you don't think it's $100. You think, is that jacket worth 4 hours of my life? That's how they get you shifting with your money or your life. It's such a cool way to talk about money where it's related to your time. And as we know, time is the most valuable asset because it's limited for all of us. How we spend that time has a big impact. Your Money or Your Life, great book as well. Fifth one, final one. I'm becoming obsessed with this book. Bill Perkins, Die with Zero. Absolutely fascinating, the concepts that he has in here. Again, pick up all these books, pick up Die with Zero. I'll give you one concept that really shifted the way I see money and how to spend it, how to use it. One of the ideas he has is called memory dividends. Memory dividends. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably see me post on this at Matt Scaletti, by the way. Give me a shout out, shoot me a follow. Let me know what content you want to hear on here. Memory dividends. What that means is using your money, and sometimes it doesn't have to be much money at all, but creating memories, going on the trip. And maybe you go on the trip sooner than you thought you would because your health is better now than it's going to be in 2, 5, or 10 years. But when you do the trip or you do the activity or you have the experience, it's not just about that 1, 2, 5, 10-hour period of time or week-long trip time. It's leading up to it. How much fun is that to talk about the trip or the activity, then doing the activity? Then you have 5, 10, 20, 50 stories, memories about the activity that you'll be talking about for the rest of your life. Those are the memory dividends that Bill Perkins talks about. Die with Zero completely shifted the way that I thought about finances, about health, and about how we spend our time. Incredible book. Here's the bonus one. Last one. I got to give a shout out to Mr. Tony Robbins himself. He wrote a book also called Money Master the Game that's much larger than this. This is a much quicker read, a much shorter book. And as anyone's ever read any of Tony Robbins' books, he's just puts it together so well. And this is your financial freedom playbook, creating peace of mind in a world of volatility. And it is absolutely a great read, very simplified read. And then towards the end, as only Tony Robbins can do, he gets you more into the mindset part and he gets you into what he does best, shifting our mindset and helping change beliefs about this thing called money. Unshakable, there's your bonus one. There's six of my favorite books, and they're bestsellers, massive financial and money books. What are yours? Comment down below. What's a favorite book? What did I miss? Give me one or two or three or 10 that I missed that maybe we can discuss on this channel at some point at a later date. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We're talking money all month. We're having a blast. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you same time, same channel next week.